Alma is my daughter is very proud. We go to the park and then she goes to, kids, they try to make friends, so they go to the parents and she goes, my mom is Wonder Woman. And then the parent would look at me strangely, not recognizing me, and I would go, every mother is a Wonder Woman.
My mother was more like the Joker.
Okay, so I wasn't sure about recording this, and now that I've done it, the answer is yes. So, from my own little card deck here that was calling to me, this is what we've got. What came out first was High Council, an ancient treasure, love it. What came out next was solar plexus chakra and covenant fulfilled in reverse. After that came out, or before that came out, we had voice word come out, and around the same time, what also wanted to come out of this here one was siphoning. So we got misstep, inheritance. Yes, that would make sense, because down here, what came out next was all of this, you see. Excuse me, carpet. Excuse me, carpet. And so, here we have blind faith, share it, collective, reshuffling, power. So, there's been some siphoning, for sure, of the word of a voice. Voice of High Council, ancient treasures. And over here, well, that's where the siphoning comes in. And covenant not fulfilled. And then, yeah, we've got some blind faith here. Technically, that's in reverse, right? Abused magical powers. Whoopsie. You wouldn't want to do that, would you? We're going to go here. Share it. Oh, look. I didn't see that one. We've got voodoo doll. Technically in reverse. Good sign. I'd rather the voodoo doll in reverse than upright. Oh, yes. Cards reshuffling. Follow the signs. In reverse. To me, that says someone's not been following the signs. Power. This is all to do with power. Oh, cashing in one's tickets. So, yeah, there's a positive and a negative going on in this one. Quite certainly. Someone has been trying to cash in their tickets by siphoning somebody's power, but actually, this is when, well, I had to share it. On the top of the deck, we had small there. Which, small things, small people, small matters. But bottom of the deck, we have you fucked up. So, let's see what's under you fucked up. Oopsie. Demonic attachment. Child. Oh, fake in reverse. You can't fake, fake is fake, right? Yeah, facts. Justice. Knocking on your door now. Mistake. That's, we saw before. Misstep, inheritance. Fallen angel. Clarity, I'm seeing. Yeah. And so, just during playback here, these ones are sticking out to me that I did decide to skip before, that I actually now want to reveal. So we're going to do that. You can't fake that. Oh, brilliant. So there was, spurn. So there's been a greedy queen. Well, not a queen. There's been a greedy queen, right? Who's too focused on the external, on the physical, on building physical, on building things and stuff and things. You know the type of person I'm talking about, right? This fallen angel, greedy, bloody, demonic attachment type. Well, not queen anymore. Greed in reverse because there was a mistake. Someone made a misstep and lost their inheritance. That's how that. Yeah, basically. You know, and then someone else's misstep leading to how it should be. Yeah, so it's funny because I always see it more than one way. We have a new queen who is not greedy, who is an angel that serves with and brings clarity, guidance, protection, and high frequencies. There is a winner when it comes to power, just not this mofo's. Bloody no. Bottom of the deck for this read. And so, apparently we're going to keep going with this one. This one here has been calling to me. Yes, funny that, because I've been picking up on this energy. This has been coming out for some time, the dog star, okay? So there's something going on here, is what has been coming out. Let's keep going for another little look-see, is what wants to happen. We might even pull another deck. There's been a lot wanting to come out. Serious intentions. That also has been coming out in this energy that I've picked up on before recently. We've got checkers in reverse, which on the other side is chess game. So some idiot that's been playing checkers has lost the game. We got killers in the jungle. Yep, I know this energy in reverse. That means two things. That there's lions in the jungle, and there's also thieves. Well, no. The jungle is back to peace and harmony, okay? No more killers in the jungle. As that one came out, I saw the other side, which was poison. Same energy. Venom. Yeah, we got some venomous snakes out there in the grass. Well, we have had. Let's see what's going on now. Where are we at? Bring us up to date. Coming out together in reverse, we've got intuition / sight, I see. Physical sensation, pressure behind the eyes. Well, that's in reverse. And also coming out in reverse on the back of ego identity is the flame of selfhood rises. Teeth clench, fists form, decisions emerge. Also in reverse. So I'm seeing not pushing through resistance and false identities. It's causing blindness and venomousness. Yes, mark my words. Mind my words. One more from this one. Coming out sideways there, we've got flower. Atonement, which I did pull out in reverse. Let's just see. We've got black goo, if you know, you know, in reverse. And King Kingfisher, laughing, the bushman's clock. This is a kookaburra coming out in reverse. So the kookaburra reminds me of monkeys. If anyone's heard a kookaburra, it definitely sounds like, yeah, laughing. Kind of a creepy. Why here do they hunt? They hunt insects, snakes, lizards, small mammals, using their strong beaks to smash prey. So, yeah, I do love this energy. However, it was this one. Not laughing anymore. No more black goo. We've got Angel coming out now. An angel has been shortchanged. Well, that's a bit of bullshit, isn't it? By a fallen angel. Ofs. By injustices, misuses, and abuses of power. For self-gain, for greed, for material bullshit. Down. While shuffling a few times, I kept seeing up. Someone's been trying to move up the ladder. But no, it's just led to their downfall. And the bringing down of a shortchanged angel. If ever there were a crime, let it be that. Puriturnus, wanting to pop out there. Sailing the seas. Well, a Puriturnus need not sail the seas. Okay, the Puriturnus is Carl Jung's archetypal Peter Pan. The child that remains eternally a child due to, well, as always, mother complexes and things like this, but the child that refuses to grow up. Yeah, we don't, this is the Sorcerer's Apprentice all over. Right, what else do we have? What's going on now? What are we looking forward to? What is the justice for this shortchanged angel? Medusa. This is the magistrate Medusa. The magical. Magnanimous. Oh, I can't remember. There's so much. Just break down the word, you know? This Medusa is the balancer, is like the karmic writer. R-I-G-H-T-E-R. Well, I suppose W-R-I-T-E-R as well. Yes, I think that's what needs to be heard. I keep seeing Cleopatra. I'm going to flip these around. Not for you. However, this siphoning demonic entity attachment is. It's been trying to steal inheritance. I mean, this energy's been going on a long time, hasn't it? Well, not anymore. The wolf moon. Yup. The wild. The call. The lone wolf. I'm not going to go too deeply into it, but there's a lot associated to this here wolf moon. Finding one's tribe, going from the cowboy to the star, is the kind of energy that I associate with this card. One more from this deck, and then we're going to use, I think, my goddesses of the sun oracle. Child, flowers budding, cheating and deceit. Yeah, so no more cheating and deceit. The flowers are budding. The Federal Reserve is coming into play. There's been an accident. The fairies are giving their blessings. Someone has not learnt. Hello, Ariel. Yeah, rebuke, devoid, humility, Pleiades, prohibited, forgot, abundance, resilience, undergoing detailing, defeat. Payday, you're getting a payout. Sound. I mean, that's enough for me. Root chakra. Okay. Lovely. Yeah, now we're getting into other matters. So for this one, I'm going to pause it here because I apparently recorded this whole next section on time lapse, as you will hear. So I'm going to do my best to keep up and interpret it again. While shuffling from Queen of the Sun, we have weaving showing up. So there has been some weaving behind the scenes. We have renewal, Bridget, showing up. And we have desires in reverse showing up. So someone's been fiddling behind the scenes and, well, shit's hit the fan, basically. Not getting what they wanted. Here, the first card out, we have Illumination. Syria Dev. Excuse my pronunciation. Marvelous card come out first. What are we bringing into light? We have Possibility. Halloween. Creation inside a bubble. Halloween being, to me, the dawning of the day after dark. Is what I see that time period as. Put the other two cards back. Next out, coming out together, we have Order, Ra, number 30, Falcon, Time, I see, and Mental Health coming out together. So we are reordering mental health, the snow, purity. Yeah. I mean, what is mentality except a tool for creation? So that must be an order. We have Creation, Bridget, at the bottom of the deck. And now, so at this time, I was inspired to share something. It's a bugger because I explained it so well before, but here we go again. One must have a divine witness when it comes to divine matters, okay? Now, the way that Spirit showed me things is there must be 3 witnesses in order for a divine matter to come to fruition, culmination, resolution, etc., right? So, for any divine matters, well, we have the one true ultimate, the most divine primordial gaze. So one requires 2 other witnesses. One may find witnesses at the church or in the community, but there must be 3 for a divine matter to take root, to stand ground, okay? But so let's say that one was to employ an angel as a divine witness, right? Blindly. They want to employ an angel blindly as divine witness to their filthy matters. Well, we can all see the crime in that. But the problem is, if one is to employ an angel to be a divine witness to filthy matters, well, it just goes straight back to the High Council, okay? Because you have, in fact, employed a proper divine witness to use them for their power in your filthy matters. But what bites you in the bum is it goes straight to the Most High of the Most High. Okay? So there's definitely been some injustices had by trying to employ an angel, a child of the divine, as divine witness to filthy matters. Well, what that does is it does not let anything take hold or take root. It's like a go directly to jail card. Do not pass go, do not collect $100. That there is where I think the circling of the misstep is pointing for sure. Now, that's just wanted to come up and out, as it has been swimming around for the past few days out in the depths. And so while shuffling, purpose, number 1, and accomplishment come out, and we've decided to go one more. We've had power come out, so the restoration and reordering of mental matters and the restoring of power. Reformation on the bottom of the deck there. Reformation, restoration, transformation. Next we have contentment leading to contentment and reflection, as within so without. The recovery, the healing of, I'm getting Mother Nature vibes here. Water, creation, progression, moving forward into fertility. Beautiful cards. Time for growth and renewal. Once again, Mother Nature has a lot to say. There we are. Grace and reformation. First seeing them in reverse, someone has fallen from grace for resisting transformation. But here they're shown upright, okay? Grace and renewal, restoration. Bottom of the deck, insight. Hello, Jesus. Wow, illumination coming out first and insight coming out here now. Love it. And so I've just now discovered that I made my last video a time lapse by accident, which I find hysterical. Anywho, by the time you hear this, I will have fixed it. But that's interesting and something to be noted, quite notable. Now, whilst shuffling here, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, the energy became quite excited. So, fear on the bottom of the deck. As I just shuffle 3 times, we've got the unexpected in there, showing up in reverse. We've got acceptance in reverse. We've got resistance. Yeah, I mean, that says, yeah, let's get into it. We've got realization. Okay. A realization of what? Inability to focus, misfocusing, whatever the word would be. Distractions, a realization of distractions, maybe. Power, the realization of being distracted or blinded to or by to one's own power is really what I'm hearing. Well, that's been the gaslight of the century, isn't it? Or of millennia. Yes, a feminine, divine feminine, sacred mother, cosmic mother, the sacred womb, a Mother Gaia, planet, beauty. Definitely has a lot to say. The mother and the moon, emotions, acceptance. Okay, acceptance has come out. Acceptance of beginnings. New moon, number 2. Love this image. From snow to sunshine. Yeah, facts. Wisdom. Written in the stars. Number 22, Master Builder. The number of my karmic path, as a matter of fact, from system builder to spirit. Love it. That's balance coming in a sideways position. So the distractions, the blindness have led to an imbalance, to the mentality, to the mind, the tool with which we do use to form and create our perception. Faith has come out, love it, a fertile pregnant womb, full moon, the earth, and purity, snow moon. Number 30, blindfolded whilst in the snow. Well, that's quite, the energy I'm getting is quite cute at the minute. Yes, childlike, graceful, innocent, purity, curiosity, genuine, there's no such word as genuinity, but, well, sometimes when children speak, you know, words are quite malleable, flexible. Wow, that flew out quickly. Resistance. Flew out quickly. Love it. No more resistance, quite frankly. No more resistance to release. Release coming out in reverse. A resistance to letting go. I feel like that resistance has been released because we're taking these in the upright, leading to pleasure of a revolutionary, healthy, like the burst of life is how I'm seeing that card. Pure joy brought through acceptance of new beginnings, order, faith, balance, purity. Couple more. Protection, nesting whilst in flight, if that makes sense. One or two more. Nourishment, love, number 7, gorgeous. Nourishment, no longer thirsting, no longer in the desert. Waterfalls of crystal clear, lively water. Water too is voice. Don't forget that. Which is still sitting just up there. Okay? In blue. Last cards from the Oracle of the Moon Goddess. We have, again, the Wolf Moon, which was, hungering for tribe. Well, we have nourishment. One more. Just to extend on why Wolf Moon has come out again. Well, the nourishment of hunger also. Nourishment to me is speaking of water, but, well, yeah, nourishment of hunger, fruition, and extremes coming out together. To me, fruition of extremes, like extremes is teetering, well, not just teetering, but oscillating is oscillation. When we're not in balance, going from one extreme to another, we can't find that middle ground. Fruition of extremes to me is telling me equilibrium. like there has been blockages of balance due to distractions of all sorts of things, right? This is a long read. I am depending on you and requiring you to use your own discernment in the interpretation of my read. But so here, what I am bringing forth is equal rhythm. It's the word I've coined. Equal rhythm. No longer just equal balance. We're transcending that and we are moving into equal rhythm. Because balance is kind of stagnant, in my opinion. We need rhythm. We need beat. Brilliant. Before I started shuffling the stack in the very beginning, this is what was at the bottom, assessing. So we are up in the air. First quarter moon. New phases. I fucking love this. Number 9. All right, we'll do one more. Right. This flew out up there on voice, word, high council, and ancient treasure. The masculine. Lunar god. Number 42. Okay. Assessing the masculine, who may very well be in the void, dark moon, dark night of the soul. Card number 1, which is also like the Fool, the beginning, but in order to get to the beginning, one must get to the end. In order for new things to occur, the old must be released. So, interesting. That's where we're at with that one. And I'm just finding correlations here between the masculine, the void on the bottom of the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and insight that we have here, Apollo, on the bottom of the Sun, Queen of the Sun Oracle. So there is insight. And the first card out of the Sun Oracle was Illumination, okay? So I feel like there's been some fuckety happenings around the Divine Masculine in more ways than one. We're going to use another deck. So I've decided we're going to use the Outlander Oracle while shuffling. I do my best to not let any fly out while shuffling. While shuffling over there, right on top of the High Council is wealth. Wealth in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have Seductress. That on the bottom of the deck after wealth in reverse is flying out over there. So let's have a look. See, actually we are going to split it. We are looking at Defender. Of knowledge. Not a friend. Someone who was supposed to be a defender of knowledge, who is not a friend, has led to the losing of wealth. The pouring out of wealth is what I'm hearing, and straight away here, oh dearie me, we've got narcissist. So a narcissistic seductress, because that seductress energy has been coming up the past few days. If we want to give that a demonic entity name attachment, I would use the Jezzy one. So someone who is extremely entitled, who lacks empathy, who is all about self and greed, and really does not give a flying F about anyone or anything else, has been tampering with the makings, in the makings of the workings of divine inheritances, destinies, essentially. Someone has decided that they're, in the beginning, blind faith to come out in reverse. They've decided that they know better. They think that they know better, and have gone and mucked around with divine beings that are here for a grand, great purpose. And it is causing their downfall. The reordering of mentality. Well, to me, at first there must be a disordering, okay? in one sense, is a reordering, not disorder, chaos that births anew, is what I'm seeing nice and strong here. So let's see what actually comes out of the Outlander deck. On top of the narcissist, illumination of the narcissist, mind you. We're going to take those, oh, actually we're going to take them all. What have we got? Disagreement in reverse and impulsiveness in reverse. So there's a lot of like hot-headedness, heated thoughts and beliefs here. There has been a disagreement, a butting of heads, a clashing of realities is what I'm hearing, due to impulsive decisions. One is being bucked off the horse being freedom. And, well, with disagreement comes dissonance, chaos, like I said. Let's see what these other two cards here are. Journey, the disciples' journey. Okay, well, that's pretty fucking clear if you ask me. Right, so somebody's impulsiveness and disagreement toward the disciples' journey it's causing the loss of freedom, being bucked off the horse, the butting of heads and the clashing of realities. Disagreement is dissonance, which is just going to cause dissonance and chaos, okay? The opposite of impulsiveness, we have like clear-headed rationality and discernment. The opposite of disagreement would be agreement, which to me is just resonance, okay, flow, depending on the situation, of course. But, yeah, no, I'm just seeing resistance and rash decisions when it comes to the journey of a disciple, the holder of the book. Also shown with what looks to be lavender, sprigs of lavender. Lavender to me is what one might use to ward off things like vampires and demonic entities and attachments. It is, in a way, I look at amethyst as being the crystal and lavender as being the herb. I'm looking for the word to be sober, sobriety is what I'm seeing there. Sober thoughts, sober being, without being under the sway of influence. So a disciple who, that is their journey to restore order, has been impeded by these here hard-headed mountain climbers, the impulsiveness of them. Wow, let's see what's going to show up next. Flip these cards here around. Well, hello, warrior. The hero's journey, right? So let's have another looky here. The narcissist and their impulsiveness has led to a massive clash and disagreement. Then we have the disciple journey and warrior. Well, that's the hero's bloody journey, isn't it? That's like Buddha walking the path of the hero's journey. Journey to the warrior, to the sword. Okay? We know what the sword is. We have conflict in reverse. And we have arbiter. Love it. The disciple's journey is being actually defended. Remember, we did have defender. Wars are being fought. Battles are being won. Justice is being had. The disciple's path is clear in more ways than one. And look, two swords. An upright sword and a downright sword. Balancing the scales of justice. Say no more. I'm being drawn back to blind faith here, leading to the scales of justice. Ingenuity. Love this card. It also has a fox in it, a beautiful red, spirally, frilly fox. Okay? Not slyness. Ingenuity. Community. Military. What's the word I'm looking for? The word Congress came into mind, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Hearing camaraderie. Commodity. Yes, commodity seems to be the energy associated with this card. Last few times I've pulled it out. I'm seeing these shadow figures, funny, as backup. Infirmary. In a good way. Okay, there is a restoration of order in the infirmary, okay? I'm being drawn to my journal where I have written about the infirmary. And if one does not know the members of their infirmary, that's not the word I'm looking for. Quite funny, but we'll go with it. If one does not know their legion, the members of their military, then who hath they employed? Ingenuity, genius, the bringing in of genius. Okay? Yes, perfect. We can leave that there. What's next? Foolishness. Ingenuity when it comes to foolishness. Well, I can see that in more ways than one, okay? For the fool is the beginning and the end. The fool is the beginning and the end, the journey, the experience, the exploration, the explorer of the exploration that there is to be explored. I know that makes sense. Creation. Spy. And hero in reverse. So there has been a creation that is being brought to light. Someone has been spying where they shouldn't be, operating in the dark, and have fallen. What they have been building in the dark has fallen. It has corrupted them, is what I'm feeling. This one is losing their sword. Okay? I'm also hearing agent. Creation. To me, she just looks to be playing a violin. Okay? The music goes on. This energy, to me, can go there. Someone took a risk. It hasn't paid off. I mean, this reading speaks pretty loud and clear through 4 decks, so. Sound. We'll just get a couple more from this Outlander deck and call it a day. We've got sacrifice, and we've got the tower. So a sacrifice has been in the way. Someone has tried to make a sacrifice in order to cause somebody else a tower, but in fact their sacrifice, being the block, has backfired. Okay? Read that multidimensionally. And so there will be no tower caused by filthy matters. Okay? But the sacrifice too, right? What is an angel if not a sacrifice? The sacrificing of oneself, of one's own will, for higher will. The tower in reverse, for something like divine sacrifice, is beautiful. To give up one's identity for divinity, well, it turns tables, you know? One more, I think. Let's round this up. I'm seeing divine sacrifice has led to the toppling of a tower, the Tower of Filth. Last cards. What have we got to show for it? What have we got to show? Helplessness in reverse. Sovereignty, independence, solidarity, foundations, no longer helpless, no longer hanging. Thou hast been found, okay? These crooks and thieves that were up to no good are no longer. This manipulator, this narcissist, this creator of lies, the one that operates without knowledge and wisdom is losing their faculties, that which they did have. Okay, we're going to go one more. Get rid of this off the bottom. Bottom feeders. Yes. A few things that just came through there that I'm not going to share about the filth of these operations. We have the caregiver of knowledge. Knowledge came out. Knowledge in reverse came out. The caregiver of hidden knowledge is what I'm seeing here. Okay, it's coming in to restore that order, that angel. All of these decks have consistently and clearly translated the energy quite well, I think. A caregiver of fallen knowledges, ancient hidden treasures. To bring healing, peace, and restoration. Love it. That was a long one. Love you, angels. Going to leave it there. Thank you for your patience and your beauty. Have a beautiful day.